Michelle was talking about how cold it is. Probably not Michelle Lupton, but we all over here are freezing. It's so cold. It's good to have you guys here. Welcome to Craft Roulette Chatterbox. Miss you, Ellen. Mr. Producer's in the right place. Wendy Cranford's in the right place. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun. Founder, nope, that's a throwback. Your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. And this is episode 197. Welcome back. May made it. Pretty darn impressed with you guys. You are the Alabama force of nature. I'm telling you. May speaks and you do what she says, and that it has turned out to be a wonderful experience because we broke a contribution record that I didn't even imagine. I didn't even imagine it. We had 459 contributions in a week's time. Yeah, bring on the cheers. And we have a lot of first-timers. If you are a first-timer here, my goodness, we welcome you back. If you were here last week and you're just sitting back and going, man, this is the second time. I guess this is what they do every Friday. Yes, it is. This is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night. Leaving a seat for you if you've been here the first time or if you've been here 196 times. We're glad that you're here. I don't have any housekeeping per se. That's good, right? We always are glad about that. But if you would, go ahead and give us a thumbs up in honor of May, Mrs. Vinny. We would appreciate that. Giving us a Vinny. Subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any weeks. We have a lot of fun here. I can't say we're going to have fun tonight, but I think we're going to have fun tonight. But since this is live, we just never know. It's kind of we just throw it out there and say, hope for the best. We want to thank our spin sponsors, though, this week. They are the people that will be giving away gift certificates, including a $25 gift certificate to May Made It. You guys, I bet there's a bunch of you that would like that. And you send in all those cards. That's how you get to win. And this calls for confetti. They have a $25 gift certificate to give away again this week, too. Thank you guys for being our spin sponsors. We also have, it's over there, a mega goodie bag for somebody tonight. And we also have our goodie bag and our CROG, our Craft Roulette Original Giveaway, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. Yep, we've been giving those away forever. We're getting really close to our 4th birthday here at Craft Roulette, and it's been a great journey. I've met so many nice people, and we're going to meet one here in just a few minutes. Our spin sponsors do not sponsor us as a show. We depend on our patrons and or members. That's a whole nother thing. Let's call it patrons tonight. If you want to know more about how you can become a part of the inside circle, just look up that patron address and see what kind of big bonus content you get. By the way, current patrons, if you didn't see the 3rd show that we do, it is now up, and it was a fun one. If you are ready to laugh, I think I was laughing through the whole show, not at the cards, but at our mystery guest. So go over there and check it out. Also, one thing about May, she was like, well, yeah, you have till Sunday night at midnight to contribute. But if you didn't get that done, go ahead and become a patron so that you have till Thursday night. And I think some of you guys did. So if we got some made it's in our patron group, and that's really very, very kind. We want to welcome Kathy Weeman, I believe it is Weeman, Carol Bennett, Jonna Bell, Cheryl Bradley, Brianna Morton, Susan Roberts, Lynn Barton, and Rue. I love that. Rue. Yay! Welcome to our Patreon blog. If you will find, I DM everybody that enters into our Patreon group. So look in the messages and it describes different ways to explore and enjoy being a patron. So look it up. We're so glad to have you. We also have, of course, merch and our own stamp set and die set. Ooh, Lawrence, that's some good stuff. And I know that we have some people that are getting close to having 100 cards sent in. 2 of them we are going to celebrate tonight, and they get their own stamp set of our roulette robot. When I go to explain this show to somebody that doesn't know what we're talking about, it sounds so ridiculous. And then I just start laughing because I'm like, this is the funnest thing in the world, and I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I'm really glad to have you guys be a part of it too. I am also very excited to welcome back to the show from California a lovely lady named Wendy Cranford. Yay!
Hi!
You haven't aged today.
You're so sweet.
Well, I'm getting to the age that my eyes are failing, but I don't think you have, so.
Oh,
welcome back, Wendy.
Mary, a couple days ago, I woke up and my toe hurt, and I wondered who I fought in my sleep that made me have a toe that hurt.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better. I can't tell you, but yeah. I know that it's snowing outside. I can tell you every joint. Yeah.
I'm glad we don't get snow here very often. It's like once every few years.
That's often enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I hate the cold.
Can you give us a little bird's eye view of who you are and a little bit about your crafting journey? We'd like to know.
Sure. So I've been scrapbooking, crafting since I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. I used to do, many of you will probably remember this. I used to use just 3-ring binders with what are those called? Sheet protectors. Mm-hmm. And I would use just like whatever construction paper, plain paper, anything, and like glue stuff to it and slip it in. And I had this Garth Brooks scrapbook that was just like all things Garth Brooks and newspaper clippings, all this stuff. Not too long ago, I was going through a bunch of junk in our shed, and I stumbled upon that scrapbook. Aww. And I didn't have the heart to throw it out. I was like, You know what? That sweet little 13-year-old girl made this, and I'm just going to keep it. And someday when I'm dead and gone, someone else can throw it away. But
there you go.
I'm keeping it. So
you should. That's a part of you, right?
Yeah. So I started out then, and just card making became the thing I fell in love with. And I started card making in 2011, and I just love it. And I don't really scrapbook anymore, which I kind of miss, but you
life
can
always start.
Busy.
Yeah,
well,
but you
and
can always start.
I started a business doing this, right? And so then everything else becomes a priority. And I don't know about like the folks in the chatterbox, but I started running out of places to put the scrapbooks. I mean, they were like this big.
Yeah.
And so much blood, sweat, and tears went into those things. I don't want to just stick them out in the shed to get mildewy or moldy or whatever. So I started thinking, I'm running out of space. Yeah. So anyway, I've been.
Well, you did have a new room addition a couple years ago. You didn't. You didn't put bookcases in.
Yeah, this room that I'm in is my office/craft room. And so my husband built this for me. God love him.
That's really nice.
Actually, funny, in March of 2020.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
Right.
Because I needed to be out of the house during that time that I could work since everybody else was home. So, so I have my space out here, and I just been plugging along, making cards and running a business and have a YouTube channel and all the things. And
you're doing all the things is right. Well, we're glad that this is one of your things. We're glad to have you tonight. Thanks for coming back. It's been ages. Yeah, I am glad too. You had it's been so long. You had a question for me.
Oh, yeah. What is craft roulette?
I think we need a refresher course. What do you think? Chatterbox, do you know what craft roulette is? Mr. Producer probably knows. And we're going to find out. We'll be right back. Thank you for being here, everybody.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
You almost caught me blowing my nose, but I was quick. That is what Craft Roulette is, and we do this every Friday, almost every Friday night. We take 1 week off in December, but we are here every Friday night besides that. And really, honestly, you are welcome to join us. If you have some crafty friends, let them know about us. They might enjoy us too. What are we going to do on Friday night? It's cold, it's snowy, it's crummy. Just sit back, relax. Have yourself a little drink and relax and watch the show. Also, you get to play along, so that's not a bad deal either. You get a little inspiration. We're going to be spinning for 4 new parameters here in a few minutes, and we're going to see what we can make. We're inviting you too. Okay, there it is, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. That is what 459 pins on the world map looks like. Take a moment. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. We've got you all over the place. Looks like Chris sat out this week, but we've got Nigeria and Scotland and South Africa. Whoa, we're all over there too. Oh, and that's Taiwan. Taiwan from Heather. How cool. Okay, we've got Barbados. We've got all sorts of people. We are making the world cuter, all for real. For real. Congratulations, and thank you so much for sending in all of those wonderful contributions. It was quite an excitement. There we go. Let's see what everybody thought. This is a patron report. We ask our patrons for their input on many things, and this is one of them. What they thought about the parameters, what they thought about how it made them creative. The parameters were great. It was celebrate, apple farm colors, preserves for element, and that you had to add a dog. Those dogs are not as obvious as you may think, but you guys were really, really clever. I think you were really creative, honestly. You're like kind of between neutral and lots, but I think you were very creative this week. And enjoyed the celebrate. I think so too. That was a great one. You were celebrating all sorts of things, birthdays, anniversaries, any number that made up things, and you didn't stop it at all. And the color parameter, I thought it was going to be a little bit Christmassy because you just got off at Christmas, but you didn't seem to bat an eye. You liked it. And then the added dog. Looks like we had a few cat people that made the scale go down, but yeah, we loved the dogs. Well done. That was my card. I have a happy birthday inside, so it says, whoa, happy birthday. My apple colors are pretty obvious. My preserves were my little jars from Aline Campbell, my red hot cinnamon jelly that she makes me, and there's a cute little puppy. We had a fun guest on, May. Many of you know her. She is the force of nature living in Alabama. She said, please send in a card, and you did. Oh my goodness, did you ever? It was phenomenal to watch all these new people come in. It's cute. She made a folio in minutes. I don't know how she does these things. But May, thank you so much. We look forward to having you on again. And the Maidits, congratulations. We love you.
So we have a lot of cards to go over right now. We
sure do.
We're going to bring Wendy in.
That's Mr. Producer, by the way. It's not an angel from heaven, but close.
We knew that we would have weeks where this section was a little long, so bear with us and welcome all these new people with us. You ready?
Let's welcome to Craft Roulette, first timers. I hope I get your names right. Miki, Mike, Sherry, Lisa, thank you. Watch how they do all the cards. Debbie, they're all so different. Sandy from Missouri.
Oh, cute.
Susie, very darling. Elle Kurtz, what a cute dog. Julia from Georgia, she's got paw prints. Trina. Michelle, welcome. We're glad to have you. Shannon from Texas. Amy from Virginia.
I love that.
Christy from Minnesota.
Looks like Marshall from Paw Patrol.
Might be. Jenny. Patty. Patty's big around here. Sherry. Fancy. Allison from Texas.
Aw.
Amanda from Amarillo. I know. Some of them are sweet. Claire from Cornwall. That's a first.
Aw.
Karen. I know. Kathy, you'd like this parameter. You're a dog person. T
Big time.
from Texas.
A dog and a barn.
Renee. Perfect. Renee. I think that's probably okay. I knew we. Two Renees.
Another one.
Mary from Florida. Patty from
Aw.
Castle Rock, Colorado. Corinne from Phoenix. Sandy from Texas. Connie from Florida. That's fancy. Cheryl from Texas. Rover's Preserves. Holly from Arizona. Dawn from Kansas. Dorothea, Connecticut. Lisa from Oklahoma. Wanda from the USA.
Love the truck.
Deb from Leesburg. Dawn from North Carolina. Cider. Kaki from Indiana. Sheila from Tennessee. That's darling. Michaela from Wichita. Susan from Oregon. Stencils. Valerie, Finney, welcome. So glad you're here. Molly from Washington. Megan, Nebraska. That's your kind of scene. Jen from Chicago. Sylvia from Alabama. Molly from Alabama. Brenda from Illinois. I was going through these, I just couldn't believe how many. Terry from Winona. Michelle from Nebraska.
Cute.
Judy from New York. Heather, Maple, Ontario, Canada. Lisa from the Jersey Channel Islands. I have relatives from there. Sarita from the 1700s, Georgia. Simone from Texas. That's cute. Holly from Kentucky. Lori from South Carolina. That's adorable. Margie from Kentucky. Looks like a party. Cheryl from Arizona. Brenda from Texas. A little notepad. Sandley from Delta, Colorado. Carissa, Kentucky.
Love that one.
Anne from the United States. Cindy from Illinois. Oh, lots of dogs and animals. Leapin from Washington. Sorry. Karen from Washington. Gigi, good to see you from Georgia. Marlene from Oklahoma. That's a cute dog. Bet he works. Geneva from Tennessee. Lisa from Robin from Georgia. Vicky from Kansas. Vivian from Indiana. Spectacular, isn't it? Joan from Florida. So many different styles. Reagan from Colorado. A little folio. Linda from Colorado. A shaker card. Heather, Virginia. Girl, you are amazing. Wendy from North Carolina.
Good name.
Betty from Florida. Cinnamon from Nebraska. Wanda from Ohio. I keep thinking I'm missing that we've moved on to something else, but nope. Debbie from Wisconsin. Belinda from Texas. That's cute. Lisa from Missouri. Oh. Catherine from Indiana. Put your party pants on. Bonnie from Wisconsin. Michelle from Louisiana. Glad to have ya. Martha from Michigan. All the fun trees. Rue from Arizona, also a new patron. Welcome. Oh, that's all. That's all. Our major milestone achievers are people that have hit 25, 50, 75, and so forth. We got 25. Oops, I'm so sorry. Joanne. Marjorie has sent in 50. Amara has sent in 50. Whoa, that's so many. Gail has sent in 100. Congratulations, Gail. Barbara Weber has sent in 100 also. Marie Stewart has sent in 125. I'm so sorry for I missed one. Our leading ladies this week. Smurf Murphy with 157 cards. Her twin in Australia, Jackie Jackpot Muller, 157 cards. Kathy Herring has sent in 161. 5K, now 6K Lamone has sent in 163. Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 174, not missing a week. And Patty Beck, our leading lady, has sent in 191. Never missed a week. Whew. Welcome to Club 52 Supreme. Well done. Club 52 has no perks, absolutely zero, zip, nada, but we are sure glad that you have sent in a year's worth of cards. I will look back and see who I missed and celebrate you over on our Facebook group.
I believe it was Jody.
Jody! Well, congratulations all. That was so many. I think I was just kind of overwhelmed. That was amazing.
That was really good.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy life and spending a little time in your craft room using those 4 parameters and sending in a card so that we could all be inspired and motivated by your creativity. I think it's great. I really do. Plan a big one right there.
So good. So fun to see all those creative things.
And nobody's are alike. Sometimes they'll have the same stamp set, or they'll kind of be the same theme-ish. I mean, what can you do? 4 parameters, right? You're going, but they're the same 4 parameters. How did they get all those different things? Hold my root beer. That's all I know. They just say, hold my root beer. Let's go do it. So we're ready. Are we ready?
Let's see if we can beat the submissions from last week. I see if I can beat May.
Yeah. It's the throwdown. Throwdown. Can California beat Alabama next on Craft Roulette?
Alabama really would want to beat California. I can promise you that.
I know. I think so too. Not just in football, but in cards. I think they're a fun group. Anyway, those are the parameters we will be spinning for. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see what our patrons decided not to have an option, not to have on the wheel this week. And so, for project, they voted to...
Do you want to explain that a little further?
Probably a veto.
You're moving a little fast here. Let's bring it down.
If we end on a vetoed item, we will spin again. It means that Mr. Wheel cannot make us do it, and we will spin again. And you can use it if you want to, if it fits in the parameters that we do get. But Mr. Wheel, we take all the power from him for 1 parameter per column. Good enough?
Yep.
All right, that's good. So the patrons have voted for project They have said, no, thank you. We do not want an A9 size card. I don't think anybody in the whole universe wants an A9 size card. I really don't. But I don't know. Maybe we should veto that on the wheel forever. For colors, what did they say no thank you to? Was it Jungle, Main Street, 1990s, or Bakery? 1990s, the good old days. Do you remember the 1990s? Your nylon
that's my
jumpsuit?
heyday.
Now you can still use 1990s colors. if
Yeah.
it fits.
I'm a millennial, you know. Those are my days.
Your Garth Brooks scrapbook probably had a lot of 1990 colors in it, didn't it?
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
Stetson colors. Yeah. Yeah. So if we land on 1990s, you can still use it if it fits in the parameters that we do get, but we can't, Mr. Wheel can't make us do it. So that's all. That's all that means. For element, what did the patrons say no thank you to? Plant, posters, guest choice, or hears and ears? Posters. They did not want posters. I know some of the people were saying like a poster is almost the size of an A9 card. So, yeah. So they didn't want that. I don't know.
I wouldn't even know how to do a poster, I don't think.
Well, here's the thing, Miss Wendy Girl. We will talk about each and every one that we do get, and there are ways that we can work these things. You know, we have tricks. We are a tricky people. We're crafters. We are craftettes.
Well, I'm glad it's vetoed.
Well, there you go. And for random, what did they say no thank you to? Is it tide, chart, add leaves, or something from your floor? Chart. You still better throw something on your floor just in case. So chart is off the wheel for tonight. Now, we are a very benevolent group around here, so we offer this opportunity to you, Miss Cranford. Would you like to veto something? Is there something on that board that just gives you a fit?
Hears and ears.
Hears and ears it is. And so, if you want to make something that would be hears and ears, and we get something like large animals, you still could make it more hears and ears, but you don't have to. That's I know. People wonder what the heck I'm thinking when I put these parameters on, but and sometimes I think the same darn thing.
It's true.
It's true. And then we offer you. We want to know a little bit more about your style. So where would you put the chips on the table if you
Okay, I have to look at my cheat sheet because I wrote it down.
Look away.
For project bookbinding.
She wants bookbinding. Hope you get it. I like bookbinding cards. What do you like for colors?
Number 2.
Happy colors. That's always
I
good.
love bright, happy colors.
See, that would be a 1990s thing too. So you would get it. Yeah. They kind of intersect. And for element,
I chose number 20.
Monday.
Monday.
You are
I
a
had
dark
an
horse.
idea. When I was reading the list, I had an idea for a Monday card, and I was like,
do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I remember. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just
secret.
To me, I think Monday is like probably something that most people go, oh man, I don't know what I do.
An idea popped in my head, and I thought, I know what I would do.
That's very curious. And for random?
Number 2, geometric shapes.
Geometric shapes it is. So if you had your druthers, you would have a bookbinding card, happy colors, Monday for your element, and geometric shapes. That's out of the square, the square box, I think. But well done. Yeah, just play it like you want. I hear May May is in the audience. Welcome, May May. I hope you're enjoying your Friday night. Did you love all those cards? I hope you have gotten some time to go over to the gallery. It's amazing. Yes, you totally rocked it. You May May made it are a force to be reckoned with, a crafting force that knows no bounds. Anyway, it was fun. Shall we give this guy a spin and warm him up? Because it's awful cold here. 1-4 project. What will we get? Will we get guest choice, and will you choose bookbinding if we do? Number 10. Bum, 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 bum. That's not a bad one. Yeah, there we go. We would have had to make an A9 if the patrons had not voted a veto. So we will spin again.
Ooh.
We've dodged that bullet. 22, thank you, patrons. Card with 2 tags. Alrighty. For, that face. For colors, what will we get? Will we get happy colors? Phew, huh, Marianne? Number 1, we got guest choice. Do you want to? Yay!
Happy colors.
Do you want happy colors? All right, we'll do happy colors for colors. For element, will we get Monday so we can discover what you want to do? I don't think so. Number 6, nails. Oh, this is one nobody's been wanted. They've not wanted this one for a long time. We'll talk about it.
What in the world?
I know. We're going to talk about it. For random, let's hope we get something nice like geometric shape, since that's something that you want, but it doesn't look like it this time. Outside the line. Well, if you paint my nails, I'm always outside the line. Last time I painted my nails, I was way outside the line. That probably is why I quit painting my nails. All right.
Mary.
I know.
Mary.
Don't leave. You can't leave. You gotta hang on. This is my speech. You nailed it. Rosie Rose is already on it. This is going to be your art project. We are not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to teach you anything. That's not this show. We encourage you to be expressive and using those same parameters. However, art can be very literal. To H-E-Y Google, how do you make, what are happy colors? And H-E-Y Google may give you a color palette of happy colors. That's an easy thing. Or you may want to take it to a more abstract version of happy colors. And somebody's happy colors may be like Caitlin Anthony's, which are black. She loves black. So she would make a card maybe black and white. I don't know. So those might be her happy colors. We always say if you can justify it, we will accept it. There are these 4 parameters. We are going to be making a card this week. Last week we didn't have to make a card, but this week we will be making a card with 2 tags using happy colors, nails, and outside the line. The cards that you do send in, we will tell you how to do it later. But if you do send in a card, it needs to be family friendly and it needs to be hand crafted. What else do I need to say on this? All that being said, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a simple card or it can be very interactive. It's just fine. We love it all. And all of these little parameters don't have to be the big focal point. You can sneak them in if you want. If you're not sure about how sneaky our crafters and craftettes are, go back and look at a gallery on craftroulette.live. There are so many sneaky ways that people use them. And oftentimes when you go to your supplies, you will be surprised that you have something that you didn't know that will work. So we're going to have a little fun here. You're still here.
I'm still here. My brain is in over.
Yeah.
My brain's in
overdrive. If you can handle Monday, if you can handle Monday, you can handle nails. So let's.
Do you want to know my Monday idea now that I don't get to use it?
Well, let's see if we can fit it in.
No, it's not going to work.
Shucks. Shucks. This is the time where we usually have nothing. It's like this is a no-go situation. But then once we start talking about it and the chatterbox engage chatterbox, it all comes together. It's very interesting.
Oh, I'll come up with something.
So a card with 2 tags, you made a face.
Yeah.
You're not a tag person, or?
I mean, there's tags and there's cards. Tags on cards can be a little tricky.
Okay. All right. I know that I have an idea, and I saw somebody say
an idea as well.
A bookbinding card with tags.
And the tags don't have to be huge. They can be
right,
tiny.
Which is where my brain was going, Mr. Producer. I was thinking little tag on something else. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Like even if you do, you could, like a sales tag. I've seen people do sales tags. Yeah.
That's
they can
cool.
be that small. Yep. Yeah. And just
for a bag of nails.
Yes, of course. Well, you know, the hardware store is a very popular place. I love it. And so okay, we're gonna talk about those nails in just a second. Happy colors, 90s. Are you going neon and bright, or are you going to go silver for nails?
That's really not like happy colors for me. Happy colors for me is like, you know, the rainbow, like your wheel, like the fun wheel.
Yeah.
Those are happy colors to me. No, I actually don't super love the 90s fluorescent purples and pinks and blues and all of that. It's not my fave. But anyway, so for me, happy colors is bright colors that are kind of on the color wheel.
Yeah. And so how are you going to... Let's talk about these nails. Let's get the elephant that's in the room out of the way. Nails. Okay, so when I put nails on, there's obviously those nails that you hammer things, but aren't those nails? Yeah, there's those nails. All little critters have nails.
Yes, I did think of that. I was like, well, do I have any cute girl stamps with nails? But I don't know if I do. So we'll see what I come up with.
I saw in the chat earlier, someone even suggested maybe nail polish.
Yeah. Using it like, I remember Stacy Julian years and years ago painted bobby pins with nail polish.
Really?
Yeah. And somebody else said nailed it. How about, or a Brad painting it with nail polish?
I do have chicken wire stamp that I could use like Brad's in to make it look like nailed up chicken wire, but I don't know how that would incorporate with anything else.
Well, there's the thing is that you can have, I thought also like furniture has nails. Signs have nails.
But are we, I mean, there's all kinds of things that have nails, but if you don't see the nail in the furniture, does that matter?
This is going to be where it comes into your interpretation.
Yep.
Where you can push it that far abstract, but is that going to be your legacy on Craft Roulette? Do you want to be the person who avoided the nails?
The woman who avoided the nails.
You know her. She's the one that wouldn't do the nails.
You know her, Susie. Remember her? She avoided the nails.
That's the one. She's got nail avoidance.
Don't have her back on the show.
You told me you did your nails today, so
I did my nails.
And they look lovely.
Just maybe that can be my nail. I did my nails today for the show.
Somebody's going to do that, you know it. And I did it with my hands, and they had fingernail and they have nails. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know. We'll see. They like to push it around here. So we'll see, you know.
The show's weekly, but your card is forever.
That's true. You nailed it. Okay. I think that's a really nice thing, too. Mr.
Producer is putting the pressure on.
He's keeping it honest, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Nails on a chalkboard.
Ooh.
Journey Coach Jen. That's...
Yeah, it immediately makes you do that. Ooh. It's like when you find out somebody that you know has lice, like their kid. You're like,
yeah.
This makes you start itching.
There are some really pretty nails, though, you know? A lot of people have those really... You can have fun with, if you have any kind of nail hands or something, any kind of hands on somebody, you could paint little tiny nails on them.
You're very sweet. I have nothing. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make this work. It out. You will all be wowed.
Maymay saying, wow, the pressure. Do you have any suggestions for her, Maymay?
Maymay said earlier she would ignore the nails and then yell nailed it after she made her card.
Maymay's not going to have any suggestions for me because I challenged her
That's true.
number of submissions.
That's true. Oh man, you bit that hand. Are you okay? You have something you think you can do? Maybe go wild. Maybe go animal. You know.
I've totally got this. I've got it.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
It's gonna be fun.
We can't
And
forget
then
outside the line now.
Outside the line.
I don't even know what that means. I'll figure it out.
Well, I think we've had it before, and it's been a long time. And I think I just colored outside the line a little bit, and it's actually kind of, offsetting colors, stamping off, and having things that are shadowy can all be outside the line.
My first thought was watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
Because watercolor is meant to go outside the lines, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
It's
oftentimes.
Yeah. So that could work.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And any kind of smooshing or anything that would be outside the stamped line or the drawn line would probably all be good. So you're just going to think messy. That's not your thing either. I'm sorry. It really isn't. You are so Felix.
Picked geometric shapes, and you're making me go outside the lines.
Push. Push. Well,
it's fun. Good.
It's the wheel, though. It's because you haven't been on in 3 years. This
is true.
He's been building it up.
He's been plotting.
Clearly, you don't want me to be on for another 3 years.
Mr. Wheel, you're not being very gentlemanly. Well, I think we are going to come up with something.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we will break and let everybody enjoy a little thing about our other show and a little thing about our stamps and dies. While we get our supplies, you guys can do that too, or you can sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this. I hope she comes back, that nail avoidance girl. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Who Done It Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me. Cool merit. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we got a tricky one tonight. Thank you for videoing the video, Polly. Thank you, thank you. Nice to see you guys here. See, I get to take a moment just to look and see who's here. That's always nice. Hey, Marianne, it's nice to have you. Crystal, Kendra, boy, it's nice. Lots of friends. Cindy, May. Yeah. Were you scurrying about this time last week, May? I bet. Okay, so I am going nails in the furniture. That's just how it's going to be. And I think to drive my point home, I am going to, after I get it painted, take some Nuvo drops and just add a little Nuvo drop to it. So we'll have an actual head of a nail. And I am going to go outside the line with paint. And I'm not sure what my happy colors are, but these are happy colors, my little cheap paint set.
Can you read Roberta's message?
Roberta's message. Brenda Klein is going to a birthday party for a fellow card maker who turns 100 tomorrow. She still creates cards, even with diminished vision. Whoa, happy birthday to the 100-year-old. That is wonderful. That's wonderful. Have a good time, Brenda Klein, and kiss her brain for us, please. That's really exciting. What a nice, it is a hobby that you can grow old with, so to speak. Yeah, at least I am. That's neat. Have a good time. Is it gonna be a card party? My 2 tags, I haven't decided, Kim. We'll get to them. They can be on the pillows or something, you know. Well, I'm going to have orange, right? Yeah, we're going to have some orange here. So, I forgot to spray this. So let's give this guy a little wetness here. Yeah, card parties. Yeah, you don't meet 100-year-olds very often. So that's very cool. So I'm going to go outside the line right off, get rid of some of my problems. That'll be easy. And then I can focus on my other problems. This is, Mr. Wheel is a little bit cantankerous, but we love him. My water jugs must have stuff in them too. So I'm outside the line. Check. Happy colors. Check. We're doing okay. Let's see how this is. That's pretty dark.
Brenda just posted the whole story.
Oh, okay. Mary, we celebrated her in my card group last Thursday when we all celebrated all the January birthdays in our group. Tomorrow's party is a family and friendly event. Very nice. Very nice. Isn't it nice to have card friends? I think it's great.
Wendy's back.
Oh, Wendy! Welcome back.
Hiya.
You had your chance. You're back. So what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Consistency is important.
I'm going to pray a lot.
Yeah.
Tina Emery says you got this, Wendy.
Yay, Tina. Little supporter there.
I'm going to start by doing this layering stencil from Altenew.
Alrighty.
It's a mountain.
A mountain?
Yeah.
Are there nails in the mountains?
Well, I don't know. Just don't get ahead of yourself, Mary. Just
Okay,
don't
I'll
get ahead of
come
yourself.
back. I'll come back.
Have this discussion in a little bit.
Okay.
No, and I'm not sure now that I'm doing this, I'm not sure why on the Lord's green earth I would pick ink blending, but you know,
How you won't go wrong.
can't go wrong
Right.
with ink blending.
No, it's good stuff.
It's my fave.
Wendy, a couple people asked what mat you're using.
Oh, this is the Altenew low tack sticky mat. And I highly recommend it. It holds your stencils in place, as you have been able to see here. I'm pretty sure I just stenciled this upside down. So the rest of them are going to get stenciled upside down. Crud. Okay, so this is number... I have an idea. I'll do it opposite, and that'll make it outside the lines.
Aha! Aha!
Woohoo!
Way to go for it. I like that very much.
This could totally screw up the whole look of the thing, but hey, what do you do now?
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. You're not going to screw it up.
The chat is cheering you on right now.
Oh, they're the nicest.
Thank you, friends.
They are the nicest.
My sisters and brothers from another mother.
That's absolutely true.
It really is. You know, that's the thing I love about the crafting community is that we all just...
Squeeze in it for each other.
I really hope nobody from Altenew sees this video because they're going to be like, why? Why did you do that?
Use their product. You're being creative.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Is that what we're calling this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, Lord help her.
Well, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. This is I don't know how this is going to turn out.
You know, my friend Kelly Taylor says...
he does have little nails.
Just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know, like, when it's going to work out.
That's true.
So, this is
sometimes
not working
you do have
out.
to throw in the towel.
Yeah. I do think I'm going to have to... I don't think this is going to work right, friends.
It's awfully pretty. I
yeah,
like
but it doesn't.
It looks good over here. What don't you like? What are you expecting that isn't coming true?
Well, I'm not sure it's lining up. Like, you know, this is a layering stencil, so it's supposed to, like, line up, and I'm not sure.
Well, you have all the time in the world. You can experiment with it and start over if you want. No pressure.
Isn't he sweet?
You can be.
Simultaneous.
Sounds pretty truthful then.
All right.
I like it. I think it's really pretty. Very interesting.
But friend, if I don't do this right, it's going to be all weird. And why do I know? I'm all
have a Picasso moment. Allow yourself to have a Picasso moment.
Mary, I don't do that. I'm not good at that.
But you could.
I'm just doing it. Okay, fine. When this comes out
Tilly Tail says, keep on going, Wendy.
When this comes out a hot mess, I'm gonna have you to hold responsible.
I will take it. I will take it. I think it looks good. Heidi Ryan, Deputy Heidi says, don't stop.
Okay,
so the deputy has spoken. I'm curious. Okay, so, well, we still want to know what you wanted to do for Monday, but I think you're too much in thought.
Actually,
right now.
I have... Hold on 1 second. I think I figured out how this lines up. I really should have not chosen this. Okay. I'm just going for it. See what happens.
Go for it.
If this is horrendous, I'm starting over.
It's just you and me.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And 900 other people. Oh, for God's sake.
And they're all cheering for you.
I can't. I got to start over. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
The OCD in me is not going to
You gotta be happy. You gotta be happy.
It's not going to permit the situation to go any further.
You've got to be happy with it.
Starting fresh.
You know what? I was trying to find the card that I made last time you were on. I couldn't find it today, and it was like one of my favorites.
I gotta wipe this off. I do not recall what I made or what you made.
It was ice cream. You made ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, there's two.
I'm just cleaning off this stencil so that I don't lay down a bunch of ink.
Yeah.
On top of, since I used it upside down and backwards. Okay.
See, you tried something, you weren't happy with it, you're good.
I just couldn't go a step further. All right, let's do this again, friends. And now, look how smart I've gotten. Watch. I'm going to take a marker. If I can find a marker. Where is a marker? I'm so stressed out.
Aww. Oh, come on, give her some hearts. She needs some cheering up. Yeah.
I can't find anything in my own dang space. Okay. I'm just going to use a Sharpie.
Man, I get that.
Okay. I'm going to put a little... Look at this, though. If I put a little marquee moo at the corner of the mat that I'm ink blending on, now I'll know exactly how to line my other mats up.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want that. This is the teacher in me. I can't help myself. The YouTube, I have to explain something.
Lots explaining to do, Lucy.
Yes.
Let's make that a little smaller.
Now I got to catch up to Mary.
I am wondering about my tags, but I'm going to get there. I'm
wondering about my tags as well. There is not a single spot in this card that I can imagine a tag going. So I'm going to come up with something.
Well, a tag can be something that you use for a sentiment, or even a matted sentiment, so you've got two layers would work.
Oh, now we're talking.
I'm here for you, sister.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. He's so cute.
Do you do something creative for a living or something like that?
I've lived with myself a long time.
Okay. This one out of the way.
There's a hole. So maybe a couple little tags there. Okay. All right, little teddy bear. I'm going to stick this on because that's just too much.
Ooh, Elva in the chat just dropped hashtag.
Oh.
Maybe even just on the very back. A couple hashtags.
Elva.
Oh, I have a fantastic idea.
And a geotag,
Chatterbox
too.
For the win.
They are, yes. They are the smartest crafters and craftettes in all of card making-dom.
My little pea pickin' heart is so much happier now.
And a geotag, Rick says. That's really good, too. A geotag.
So my sisters...
So you could put a geotag on that because it's a landscape thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh. Not sure how, but...
I don't think this is lined up right. So my sister's birthday is in a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
And she is a big fan, as am I, of Bob Ross.
Uh-huh.
This isn't right. So this card is going to go to her.
Aw.
And you'll
Even
see
better.
why.
Very personal. I should have put him on the other side.
Why am I struggling so much with lining this up?
I don't know.
Because you're inside the lines.
Oh, look, I'm a little bit outside the line,
That
so
counts.
this is going to count.
That counts.
Thank you, Mr. Producer,
Yeah.
for your kind words of encouragement.
He can have those sometimes.
Aw. You know, this stencil is one of those, I've not used it. This is my first time using it. I'm sure it shows. And it's one of those things where it looks really awful until it doesn't.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that's part of why I'm struggling with it just a smidge.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at
It's
how
very
beautiful.
cool, though. Yeah.
Coming together
It is very
nice.
cool.
Yes. Okay, so let me tell you about my Monday idea.
Okay, yes. Yes, please.
So the Monday idea was to use, and every element of this would have worked if I would have just gotten Monday. So my Monday idea was to use this stamp set
Oh, yeah.
and use the Yes You Can coffee
Very good. That's a great
with
idea.
with one of these little, well, probably the owl or something. Anyway, see
Yep.
how much cuter this card could have been? Come on.
I got the cute handled over here. You're going for the pretty.
Okay. Here we go. I've been collecting the distress inks.
Oh, those are nice.
And I didn't have any. And these are the only 4 greens I have. So I'm using them together.
Use them up. Yeah.
Regardless if they go together or not. That's what's happening.
They will go together. By
They're
hook
gonna.
or by crook. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, matchy. It wasn't for Picasso. Doesn't have to be by us. See, you're kind of getting into that Picasso rebellion thing. I believe in you.
Okay. Here we go. The big reveal. Ugh. I don't think it's lined up right.
It is for this
Ew.
challenge.
Yeah, it's perfect for this challenge.
That's true. Outside the lines. Oh, well. It doesn't matter because I'm going to put junk over the top of it. So let it go, Wendy. See, does anyone else have to talk to themselves in the craft room? Like,
I talk to you when I'm in my craft room. I say, Wendy, what do you think? Wendy, do I have this or not? You're most helpful. Always have
Well,
good tips.
I'm glad about that. I'll let my family know.
Especially the daughter, huh?
Yeah, especially the 15-year-old.
So did you ever get a horse?
My daughter did, yes.
And you still have a
So-
horse?
Huh?
Do you still have it?
Oh, yeah. We just
good.
moved her actually from the stables. She was at a stable in up the way from us, about 15 minutes. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but where I live is pretty rural, and the road to get there is pretty windy and twisty and can get icy in the winter. And
Yeah.
so we moved her to a stable near us, and my daughter is loving it.
Good.
And isn't that pretty? That turned out great.
It is very beautiful.
I don't know why I'm so hard on myself. Okay, so yeah, so we moved the horse to this other stable, and it's quite fancy,
Ooh.
which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's doing
Good night,
great.
May-May.
Night, May. Thanks for stopping in and jazzing up the bass. Man, it was a great week.
Bye, May.
Really appreciate you.
So yeah, my daughter. So the horse we bought it in April.
Uh-huh.
Is Bob gonna fit on here? Bob is gonna fit on there. We bought her in April of last year, and still so weird to say that, by the way. And she was 2 years old. The horse got a baby. We bought her on April 15th, and she turned 2 on April 1st. So she was just 2. And my daughter started her.
Oh, wow.
Back in the olden days when I was a youngster, we would say she broke her, but that's not politically correct in the horse world anymore.
No, that's too violent.
So we say started her.
Well, that's neat.
So yeah, she's doing great with her. I think she's taking her to a horse show next weekend.
What kind of horse is it?
She's registered as a paint.
I love paints.
But she's buckskin.
Oh,
so
I love buckskins.
She's a paint that didn't throw color.
Okay.
Is how they would reference that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's wonderful. And what's her name? Is it
Nala?
Nala.
It's a mare, and her name is Nala.
Nice.
Like the Lion King's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits because Nala is a princess, and our Nala is a princess. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad that it sounds like it's working out well.
It is. It's working out great. I'm very, very happy with everything. So, and she's, my daughter does the typical teenage thing. Do I have to ride with a helmet? Yes, you do. Why? So-and-so doesn't ride with a helmet. Well, I'm not so-and-so's mom. So
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
She has a point. So.
That's true.
She's speaking truth. Not that it helps her case any, but
No. But yeah, so that's what's going on there.
That's neato.
Yeah, she raised 2 pigs for FFA last year.
Oh, wow.
And so we're going to get 2 pigs again in March for her to raise for this year's fair.
Cool.
And that project helps fund her horse.
Yeah. That's real good.
Yeah, it is real good because horses are real expensive.
Yep. Been there.
Yeah.
Thank you to Robin, who just ordered our stamp set die set. Thank you.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
So nice.
And I have started, just last week, started putting samples of artwork made with those on Saturday on our Facebook group. So that may be something you want to check out. This is not the right ink, but it's okay. I spent a lot of years in a horse barn. So
Really?
yeah. My daughter
I think we discussed this the last time I was on.
Right. Yeah, she had a couple horses.
Who?
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Okay.
Yeah. When she was 12, she got a pony. A pony of her own.
And is she still into horses now?
No. She bought a COVID horse. And he was a paint. and he was beautiful. Oh, he was beautiful. And but she works full time, and
Oh yeah, they're very demanding.
it just wasn't working out. So he
Yeah.
went to a really nice college girl and he was huge. So this woman who bought him is fairly good sized girl, tall, and she looks gorgeous on him. And they're doing real well at shows, and so that's really nice.
That is nice. It's always nice when they go to a good place.
Exactly.
Me and Macy are so attached to Nala, I don't know that we could ever get rid of her now.
It's tough.
Yeah. And even though I don't ride her, I have worked with her a little tiny bit. And, I don't know. There's something about her. She's just so sweet. She's a really sweet little mare. She has a funny little personality. She's real particular about things, which is how my daughter is. They're a match made in heaven.
That's cute. That's cute. Well,
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're happy and everyone's happy and healthy. My husband got a boat last year.
A boat? What kind?
A pontoon boat.
Oh, good.
So he had an old one, and so he upgraded his pontoon boat.
Uh-huh.
And we went out on that last year in the summer. Oh, we're just such a summer family. Winter's hard for us. We don't do well in the winter.
Well, you garden too. Did you garden again this year?
Yes. Yep, I sure did. In fact, I have stuff growing in my wine barrels right now. I've got lettuce and carrots and garlic, because garlic is like a mommy has to carry it for 9 months. And yeah.
I have they may not make it now, but I still had some petunias that were green. They're not blooming, but they're green.
Really? I've got stuff that's still same. It's not green, but it's not blooming, but it's
right.
Not dead.
Yeah, I was shocked because we've had snow, and it's awfully cold now, though. I think it's probably. I have it right up by the house.
How close do you live to St. Genevieve?
I don't know.
Missouri.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's little. It's a small town, I think. And I think it borders Louisiana. Is that right?
No. I don't think so. I don't know. It sounds like it might be in the southern part.
It is.
It's south of St. Louis.
Okay. We are
St. Louis. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we're northwest.
Okay. So there is this fascinating YouTube channel that I watch.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And they live in St. Genevieve.
Okay.
And I just thought of it because you live in Missouri. So, anyway, they do reenacting, and it's a couple, and they cook food from the 1800s. Oh, like recipes, I should say.
Okay.
The food isn't from 1800s.
Wow, that's before preservatives. I know those Hostess Twinkies last a long time, but gee, that would be a lot to ask.
So anyway, it's just fascinating, and I've always thought if I ever made it to Missouri, I would want to go visit where they live because they have like this old town there and everything. Anyway, made me think of it because we were chatting, and I wondered if you'd ever heard of the town.
I have not. Sounds cute.
Looking at it on the map, I've driven by it a bunch of times, but
really,
yeah, it's between St. Louis and Cape Girardeau.
I was going to say it sounds Cape Girardeau-y. Yeah,
it's about halfway in between. It looks like.
Huh. Well, that sounds like a cute little channel to watch.
Yeah, Frontier. It's called Frontier Patriot.
You can get so many things. Did you hear there is actually a card making game show on YouTube?
I told
Weirdest
people,
stuff.
I know. I told people, well, I've told everybody in my family, I'm going to be on this crafting game show on YouTube. And they're like, what? Like, yes. And
You've
I
lost
said,
it, Wendy.
it'll be me and a whole bunch of my other crafty, nerdy friends. We are fine with it. Leave us
Crafty
alone.
nerds.
Yeah. Aren't we? Aren't we,
Power of
Chatterbox?
the crafty
We are
nerds.
fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah. We like it. Well, that's good. Are they going to watch, do you think?
Oh, no. Nobody in my family watches my stuff.
No.
They don't even watch my own YouTube channel. Are you kidding me?
The bums.
I know, right? The heck,
They don't know what they're missing.
Well, that's what I think. It's okay because I do story time on my YouTube channel sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes the stories are about them, so
That's fair.
probably best they don't watch.
Oh, they may, if they know that, they may be there. Saying, wait a minute.
I'm not too
sister.
worried.
Pretty safe.
Yeah. I don't know if Bob Ross ever had this color hair, but he's having it today.
I think it's just fine. You're interpreting. He had dark hair, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. It wasn't like it was blonde or red.
No.
He looks very good.
Thanks.
Is he
Appreciate you.
What's he going to be painting?
The
been
mountain
looking
behind
to-
him.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Okay. Big canvas.
Yeah.
Canvases are so expensive. I would be tempted to paint, but I don't want to spend that money on canvas.
What are you making? Let me see this.
Okay, I got a bookbinding card in honor of you, and then I have a little bear sitting on a swing. He's just precious. And then I have 2 tags already for my sentiment.
Come on. I'm never going to finish in time.
You're fine. I can dabble forever.
Oh, that's
You're
good.
just fine. I do have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
And Cindy, from patrons, Cindy Grow asks about if you've ever been published in any magazine or anything with your cards and scrapbooks. Like
Not with my cards or scrapbooks.
Garth Brooke Daily or anything.
Not with that, but I used to do photography and I was published once in a photography thing, and it is an absolutely hysterical story if you want to hear about it. But,
I do.
well, Cindy, I'm glad you asked this question. This is one for the books. So I was starting up my little photography business many, many, many moons ago, around the time I had my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a photography business anymore. Let me make it clear. But I get a phone call from a woman from Southern California who is Serbian Orthodox.
Oh, my goodness.
It's important to know this tidbit because you'll get why here in a minute.
Okay.
So where I live is near where the very first Serbian Orthodox church was settled in the United States.
Oh, whoa.
Like ever in history. So, this woman calls me and says, would you, I don't actually even know how she got my info, but she says, I heard that you still do photos in a dark room, like develop photos. And I said, yes, I do. And at that time I did. And she said, I have a job I would like for you to do. And I said, okay. And she said, it is for Serbia World Magazine. And I'm like,
There
okay.
is such a thing. Okay.
There is such a thing, or there was.
Uh-huh.
So she asks me to go to the Serbian Orthodox mission near where we live on this specific day, because there is a tomb in Serbia that they are demolishing, taking a man out of the tomb that was one of their people that founded the church in the town near where I live. And she asked if I would take pictures of the ceremony of bringing him back to this town and putting him to rest back in his original place.
Oh my gosh.
Now, is that the weirdest thing you've ever heard in your life, or what?
I think that's it. You can just close that book because there's nothing else. That's
Yeah.
very
I
odd.
showed up. I took photos, and there was a little box with his bones in it. And she was very specific about wanting photos of the box when it was open and all the people kissing the box. It was very interesting.
That is different.
And I mean, no offense to anybody who's Serbian Orthodox at all. I respect all religions, but it was quite an eye-opener for this Baptist-raised girl.
That's different.
I mean, there was quite a processional and food, and it was a big deal. And the woman that I worked for to do this was a nightmare. And here's the best part. She paid me all of $300. But that's what happens when you're desperate. Early days business. You just take whatever anyone will give you.
Yeah.
And you learn a whole lot of lessons and have a whole lot of good stories to tell.
Yeah, that's unusual. That is a very unusual story.
Isn't that?
Did they say anything about how your mouth was probably just hanging out open the whole time?
No.
Just like,
but
what
that
are you doing? Wow, that is so different.
Only thing I've ever had published is my photos are in the Serbia World Magazine from that specific.
Very prestigious, though. It sounds.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure 50 copies were sold worldwide.
Okay, well, I have been published.
You have.
I have, but here's the thing.
In Serbia World?
No, it was in a French magazine. And I got a copy of the article, just a picture of it, and it was all in French. So I have no idea what they were talking about. But yeah, so there you go.
Oh my Lord, that's hysterical.
We both are not meant to be widely published, I guess.
Apparently not.
Or you're meant to be very widely published.
Yes, well, I guess that's another way to look at it.
We're internationally known.
That's it. Oh, but yeah, and I was also a columnist for a newspaper, a very small newspaper. So yeah.
You know, that doesn't surprise me. I can see you being a columnist.
Not for very long. They didn't pay me, and they didn't even give me a free copy of the newspaper. So it was like, I'm kind of, that's fun, but I'm out. I'm good. Thanks for the experience.
You know what? We've been published on YouTube.
That's true.
I mean, we may have done it ourselves, but still.
Self-publishing counts.
Does it count? I think it counts.
Oh, sure. Why not? Well, that was a good question, Cindy Grow. I didn't expect that answer at all.
That was a fun question, for sure.
Does that make you think of any other stories that you need to tell us? I mean, sometimes it happens.
I just have so many.
You do.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Do you still like The Rock?
Of course. What kind of question is that?
It's been obviously a pretty bad one. Offensive? Does that work?
For
the word offensive comes to mind. Jeez. Have you ever done a scrapbook about him?
No, I was past the appropriate age to be scrapbooking about another man.
Fair enough.
getting questions about where that little bear is from.
Oh, he's one of my Trinity bears. I love my Trinity bears. He's from this great big Trinity bear set, which I just adore. It's called Cozy Cottage Porch. And I think it's I hope it's not like the Dust Bunnies and not available, but
I have no idea if my stamp's available, and I don't even know if anyone would be interested in it.
The Dust Bunnies are coming back, though.
Someone did ask earlier about the Bob Ross, but you were off doing something else, so I couldn't ask.
It's from Kindred Stamps, and I've had it for 100 years, so I have no idea if it's still available. But Kindred Stamps is so fun because they make all the pop culture sets.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 stamp sets from them. I have the Bob Ross one, and I have the Walking Dead.
Does it ever walk around at night?
No. Did
That's
you
good.
never see that? I'm assuming you've never seen the show.
No.
No. My sister was a huge fan, so I got it so I could make cards for her.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I gotta add my nails here in a minute. When was the last time you bought a card?
Oh, heavens. I don't do that. Probably been 13 years.
Yeah.
14 years. I feel like it's blasphemy.
I bought a card some time back, and it was at a drugstore, and I was at my mom's house, and it was my daughter's birthday, and I wasn't home. So I went to this drugstore and picked out a card, and it was so unusual that I walked out without paying for it. And
oh my God.
It was just, I know. It's just like, what? You have to pay for these cards? I went back and paid for it, as I recall, but I may be still wanted in my hometown.
That
a card
is hysterical.
thief. Yeah, it was so unusual to buy a card. I didn't think about what you do, that you have to pay for it.
Okay, who was our Chatterbox contributor that gave me the hashtag idea?
Oh golly, I don't recall.
Mr. Producer.
Elva McNerlin.
Elva?
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, sister.
Way to score.
I mean, she's fantastical.
She is good.
You might have to put another one in front of accidents so that there's technically 2. So we don't have
Mr. Producer,
I'll let you cook. I'll let you cook.
I have other plans. I'm just trying to decide if I want to die this or cut it.
So are you team top fold or side fold?
Top fold. I hate a side fold.
Oh my gosh. I love side folds. I'm always side. This is a top fold, and I'm feeling a little unusual.
So you know why I think that I'm about to blow all of your minds right now. I'm just gonna say it. You want to know why I think I don't like side fold? This is not the mind-blowing thing, by the way.
Okay.
It's because they're harder to photograph.
Oh.
Top folded cards are easier to photograph. Check this out. A hashtag tag. What?
Tagception.
Tagceptional. That's pretty good.
I couldn't have done that without you. Was it Elva?
Elva. Yep. There's my little nails in the swing.
Oh,
and I'll
dang
even
it. I still gotta
put some nails in the barrel.
I'm gonna use my noisy die cutting machine. Sorry, hold on.
Go for it.
I'll be right back with you.
So I'm saying, what is a bookbinding card? A bookbinding card is a card that you have cut a piece of right up to the top, and then you adhere this part down. And oftentimes it's on the other side. But that is a bookbinding card. It's not any harder than that.
Usually it opens like a book, right?
Right.
Usually it opens like a book, right?
Yeah, but so much for that. I didn't do it that way, but that's what a bookbinding card is.
You can zoom in a little bit.
I'm sorry?
You can zoom in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of out there, aren't I? Yeah. There we go. And
Look what I did.
Just a little way to do it.
I used my mountain that I messed up to cut out my other pieces of my tag.
Look at you go. You
Don't
act like
throw
you've done this before.
Don't throw anything away, people.
Mm-mm.
When you're in the midst of a crafty session. You never know what you might need. Look how cool that looks. Yay. Let me get it on a tweezer.
Yeah, that works.
There it is.
Margot, you are so close to being a major milestone achiever. Way to go. So, Irene Smith, we call her Hat Trick. Irene Smith recently, she says that we had add a cat, then we had add a dog. If you had to make a parameter, add a what animal would it be?
Horse.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, isn't it okay? So when we got into horses, I was absolutely shocked that the people that are into horses rarely talk about anything else but horses. I mean,
kind of like card makers.
Yeah. What tool do you use for a pickup tool? Yep. It's not too far off.
Well, it's because they consume so much of your life, I think.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
You spend so much time with them. I mean, from every single day of the week, we're at the barn, at least at some point. And when we're not there, we're talking about her or thinking about her. Or, oh, well, what if we did this? Or what if we did that? And now I'm on stupid horse Facebook groups searching for other horses. And I don't even need another horse.
I still send horse Instagram stories to my daughter.
See?
Yeah. It gets in your blood. It really does.
If there's just something about them. You can't get away from the little stinkers.
No.
I don't
They're
like
amazing.
This.
Yeah.
They are amazing animals.
One of my favorite, we had this little paint pony. I mean, it was a big pony, small horse. And his name was Apache. We got him when he was about 8 years old. It was her first horse, but he didn't have any papers, so he couldn't go to any shows and so on and so forth. But he traveled around to different barns, and at one point he was living with one of her friends at their house. And I hadn't seen him in a while, but I was in the area, so I stopped and just went over to the pasture and said, "Hey, Apache, come here, you know." And he looked up, and he loved to eat. He was a pig. And she even put him in a horse show one time and had his name as Fatso. But,
nice.
Yeah, no respect for that sweet boy. But he looked up, and he saw me. He hadn't seen me in about a year. And he ran over to see me.
Aww.
And he put that big old head right against my torso. Because, it goes from chin to legs. Because I'm short and little. And he just stood there and just loved on me. It was the most tender moment. Yeah.
Aww.
It was a precious.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
They
precious.
are.
I have a piece of his tail over there because he has passed.
Aw.
I know.
Wendy, I don't know if you're looking for more suggestions, but Reagan said maybe attach that tag to a post with a nail, quote unquote nail.
Yes. Yes. Now you're cooking.
Well, actually, I had another idea for my nail, but
you can have more than
it.
2 nails. You can
Dang
have
it.
you can still have
Well,
a
if I
bag
was
of
going to make it
nails.
a sign, I would have done a different. Let's see. I have problems with composition. See, I can't disconnect these too much. It'll give me hives.
Well, we don't want that, but if it does happen, it
Take
could
a
be
Benadryl.
kind of funny.
It's content.
You know, the girl who's
Okay.
what was the thing that she was avoiding?
Nails.
It is nails. Okay, the nail
It
avoider
is
that gets
nails,
hives.
yeah. Where did you put nails?
I put Nuvo drop nails on the swing, and I put Nuvo drop nails on the barrel. I know. I think it works.
Sure. I'm going to tell you, when I tell you guys where my idea for my nail is going to go, you're going to have a real giggle.
Okay.
Gotta tie my little twine bow here. Never
Twine bow.
underestimate linen thread.
No, it's good. Thank you.
One of my
Maggie.
favorite. Do we have any other questions from the chatterbox or the patrons or anybody?
Well, Roberta Sadler asks, does living in the country with all the animals you have give you some funny card ideas? That's a great question.
Well,
Do you ever take your animal
I don't-
stories and...
Yes, I made some pig ones last year for the. I got a pig stamp set I found, and I made it for the people who bought our pigs, like thank you cards, because you have to do a buyer gift.
Oh.
So I made thank you cards for our buyers.
Well, that was
And
nice.
then I have one horse stamp set, but if any card illustrators or companies are watching this, can I just please contact me and let me give you ideas for a good horse stamp set? Because
They're
to date,
hard.
I have not found a good one on the market.
They're usually pretty bad. They often have Arab note faces.
Yep.
Like the concave face. A lot of them
Yep.
don't have the big Roman nose, which a lot of stock horses have.
Yep.
And it's always been a problem. You
Yes,
are right.
they're bad. And they always are English.
They're always
they're
English.
ne-
There's
they're
very
never
few
Western.
Western.
Nope.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
I'm like, I have a million ideas for fantastic stamp sets for horses. So if anybody knows anybody.
And buying a stamp set is a lot cheaper than having a horse. So if you have a young teenager who loves horses, get her into stamping. It will be, even if you have to build a room onto your house, and
Right.
and just to keep her happy and making horse cards, it will be cheaper than
go.
having a horse. So
Okay, you ready for where my nail is going to go?
let us have it.
All right. Well, let me get out my little. Oh, poo. Well, I thought I had one of these pins that was silver, but I think I only have gold. So my nail is going to be gold.
would look okay. Yeah, gold would
You
look
ready?
okay on there. Oh, Bob.
Bob has a nail holding his handle of his paintbrush in.
Touche. Touche.
It's tiny.
That's really great. Look at that card. It's very cool.
So you know what I'm going to write in this card to my sister, because sisters do these kinds of things?
All right. What?
I'm going to write, I guess you're just a happy accident.
Oh, that's such a sisterly piece of love.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. She will think it's hysterical, and she'll love that it's Bob Ross. And I grew up telling her she was adopted, like on a regular basis.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm the older sister.
You
haven't
really are.
guessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You old Dickens.
Well, oh yeah, that's a word for it.
Charles Dickens, that is. Wait, I think he pulled it off. I'm going to go ahead and start telling him how I justified my card.
Okay.
Card with 2 tags. I did a tag for the sentiment and a tag underneath it for my second tag. My happy colors are orange and red and blues. And my nails, I put Nuvo drops for nails in the swing and on the barrel. And outside the line, I went with Wendy's suggestion about watercolor and made some loose watercolor pillows. And that's how I got outside the line. I'm also inside the line, so I'm covered both times in case there's a stray renegade weird thing. And this is a bookbinding card, except it's not on the right side kind of thing, but it's still a bookbinding-ish card. And I think I like it. I do. That's my card for $197. Woo!
Fabulous. I love it.
I'm happy. Yeah. So go ahead and walk us through how you hit all those parameters, you sneaky girl.
Well, my happy colors are the bright daytime sunshine type feel. So that's what I went with. The blues, greens, yellow, and then of course I've got the rainbow in his palette. For his nail, nobody said how big the nail had to be.
Nope.
So I gave him a teeny tiny little nail in his paintbrush. You remember them old paintbrushes that had the nail inside the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how it did that. And then we got both our tags here. A tag with a hashtag. Thank the Lord to whoever came up with the hashtag idea. Elva
McNerlin.
You're amazing.
Yep.
And then for my outside the lines, my mountain it ain't lined up, people.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine, but it technically isn't how it should be. So, that's what I'm going to go with on the outside the lines.
I think Bob Ross would be proud of you.
You know, Bob would just be happy that I was playing with colors.
He would. He'd say, that's a happy little accident you made, and I'm glad you have a happy little sister accident too.
Yeah. And he would say, like, you know, there's no mistakes. There's no accidents in life or something like that.
There's no
mistakes. That's what he says. There's no mistakes.
He would say, the wheel makes no mistakes. All parameters are doable.
There you go. In that voice, too.
That's right. That's not right.
Sometimes I watch him, he's on Netflix now. So sometimes I watch his old reruns when I'm trying to go to sleep at night.
He has a very soothing voice.
Very.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, you know what? I bet I see some people already playing along with us. We've got this throwdown for California and for Wendy's friends to make at least 459 cards this week. 459 cards is so many cards. So can we hit 460?
Come on, guys.
We'll see. So we better tell these folks how they can play, because they're going to want to. We want to see what you come up with. How are you going to go outside the line? And what are your happy colors? And by golly, those nails. What are you going to do with those? Oh, my gosh. You nailed the project. I think that's a great, great way to use it. You could also have those you nailed it fails that are so popular. The Pinterest fails.
Right?
Yeah,
those are funny.
So if you have a really bad card base that you've done, you can do a Pinterest nail fail. So
I love the
to think
vibe.
About. Yep.
Allison
something to think
said
about.
460. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Allison did a throwdown for our first 100, and she got it. So
wow,
we can do it. All right, let's tell them how they can play. Now you've seen it can be done, and it can be done with any set of parameters. We just want to see what you come up with. Enjoy your journey. Have a little fun. Do this. is you have to include those 4 parameters and do it in a family-friendly way, and it has to be handcrafted. Other than that, you can use any product or whatever you want. If you can justify how you want to use it, we will accept it. And we have some great giveaways for people that send in. You will be eligible if you send in a card. So it's a good thing to do. Upload that to craftroulette.live. There's a form there waiting for you. You have till Sunday night at midnight. If you would like to support the show, which we would appreciate, you always have until Thursday night at midnight. There's some lovely people coming up, some familiar and some new. We've got Katharina Tarda. She is going to stay up. She's in Belgium, 7 hours difference. So good thing she's young. She's going to join us next week. I'm looking forward to having her on. Heather Telford will be back for Australia Day. She is an Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. And Gina Kay will be after that to celebrate our 200th episode. Amazing. Bindu gets to join us for the first time. We have worked and worked to get her on the show. She is a busy, busy lady, so don't miss that one. And then our buddy Crafty Al will be joining us, and she's always a lot of fun. Always. Never fails. Join us each and every week. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification. There are those patrons that we've been talking about all night. Those are the people who have voted their vetoes and asked questions of our guests, and they do all sorts of things. We also have 2 other shows, one that is public and one that is just for them, where we talk about, it's the patron show, and we use patron cards. We talk about them, and we do it for the patrons so they can see it, and we do it with a mystery patron as well. So it's a lot of fun. We had a really good guest this last week. I hope you will spend some time this weekend and catch that show. We learn a lot. It's, you talk about these cards and you really do start to see things, and there's so much effort and thought that people put in. We always come up with so many questions. How did they do that? You look at a card 459 in a gallery, which I hope you will, and you kind of get lost in the forest. And so it's fun to pull out some randomly and talk about them, because you really can get a lot of insight to people's creativity. Thank you, patrons. We appreciate you. Oh, that means giveaway. That confetti, which we do love confetti around here. That confetti means it's giveaway time. If you did send in one of those 459 cards and somebody in the Facebook group said, I don't like that many, it takes my opportunity or my chances of winning something away. It makes it harder. And, God bless her heart, she was honest. But your name is on there if you sent in a card last week, or project. We also had scrapbook layouts. It was very, very good gallery. And we are going to first spin for a Krog. This is all done by computer program. It is random. We don't have anything to do. We're not sticking our finger in to make it stop at a certain place. A Krog is a Craft Roulette original giveaway, which was and is a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. And if it's going somewhere very, very far away, it will be very itty bitty. Molly Trailer. Congratulations, Molly. I will be happy to send you a Krog. You will need to go right after the spins to craftroulette.live. There is a claim prize form, and fill that out. We do have a Craft Roulette goodie bag, and we stuff those things. We do. We have lots of nice people that send us things to put in that maybe they've double bought or they didn't use. They are new products, and we also have a few that I send in that were by somebody else or have been used. Mara, is that our Mara from Club Fun? I think there's only one. Oh, congratulations. I hope you're having a good night at work.
Are we doing another goodie bag now?
We can do that mega goodie bag if you'd like now. This is the mega goodie bag right now, and it may get some more stuff in it too. This does need to stay in the U.S. My gosh, that's heavy. And they don't goof around at the post office. They don't mind raising those prices often. Rosie B, Rosie B, congratulations. Make sure you let me know. And when you do let me know, send me your address so I can find it easily. For a $25 May Made It gift certificate, this is going internationally. So come on, let's go to somewhere like Europe or Africa or Asia or Australia or New Zealand or Scotland. We've got you all over. And yes, UK. Oh, it's going to Florida. 5K now, 6K Lamone are one of our leading ladies. Congratulations. And for this calls for confetti $25 gift certificate, this does need to stay in the US. They've got really cute little bits and bobs that shake and rattle, and some other little products too. You can go over to craftroulette.live. There is an associates section on the menu. Luann Johnson, she's very much in the US. She's in Iowa. Man, I bet it's cold up there. And I saw Luann encourage everybody to give us a thumbs up. So thank you, Luann. And please do give us a thumbs up before you leave. What was I going to say? I don't know. It's gone. Oof. Oh, well. Let's bring Miss Wendy back and see what she's been up to. She's been cleaning up. Congratulations to all. Yes, I heard you cleaning up. Yes, I did.
My desk is all clean and everything's put away.
You are something else. And you just had a series on. That's okay. You just had a series on organizing, and as you can see, she's got the goods behind her all lined up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I did just release a video recently on a few days ago on 10 ways you can keep your craft room organized and tidy. And so that's on my YouTube channel for free. That's what I have over there.
There's a link right there in the title down there below. So you can hop on over and find that. And what else do you have going on?
Right now I'm in the midst of putting together my Mega Fun Fold class. I've got a Mega Fun Fold class that's releasing on February 8th, and this week it's half off. So if you want that, if you need more fun folds in your life,
that's FUNN, right?
Yeah. So I'm working on that and, design team stuff and just plugging along.
Nice. Well, it's sure fun to have you on. I'm sorry the wheel tried to throw you a curveball, but all parameters are doable.
Hey, you know what?
And we did it.
You got to be tested. Mm-hmm. That's it. You just have to be pushed to your limits. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
I would love to come back anytime. It didn't scare me away.
You were a little nervous, and now you're not, right?
I'm good.
Man, she made lasagna for her family tonight. I'm like,
did.
This is what happened to call in for pizza.
This is
a new level.
It is a bit of a cheat because I do freezer meals. So I made it a long time ago. It was in the freezer. So all I had to do is set it out.
Okay. All right. Well, that's still more than I do.
My past self thanked me tonight.
Well, you took care of yourself.
Today's self. You know what I'm saying.
Your yesterday self. Yeah.
Somebody was happy I did that.
I would have been happy if you'd done that. You come at any time to Missouri. I'm here for you.
I'll have to figure out how to send you a fresh sourdough baguette.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I'll have to, I don't know. Can you ship that kind of stuff? Will it stay good?
We can try.
See what happens.
Let's plan a big one on the noggin. Get to our craft room so we can get those cards made and sent in. We love having you here. Looking forward to reading your comments tomorrow morning. Mr. Producer, well done. I don't think we had a problem. That's cool.
It was awesome.
That's great. Wendy, it was a delight. Way to power through those parameters, girl. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are very welcome, and we will see you on YouTube. Until then, take care, stay safe, and warm. Nighty-night.
Bye.